Hello, guys. Welcome to Truth and Transparency. What's it? Saturday morning, just about to be the noon hour here. For those of you guys in other time zones, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Be newish, be newish. Again, America's safest campus, Moscow, Idaho. History and bizarre events. I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. And then this evening, when you're laying in bed, probably, the part 2 of the timeline will drop. But I came across a couple things and I wanted to mention them and wanted to see if you guys have read any of this. See any of this. Exactly, AC, why is everything so secretive with this case? How come everything is so secretive in Moscow? That's what I want to know. So, again, I'll give a second for those notifications to click in. I want to say thank you for my mods for being here. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for the OG subscribers, the OG members. Thank you, guys. Doom, 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 doom. Oh my gosh, do I see Mike dropping Mama up in here? Oh my goodness, my new human being is back. Missed you. Missed you. Again, letting those notifications kick in. I will start this right around the 5-minute mark. If you aren't receiving notifications, they say to unsubscribe and then resubscribe and then hit that like bell. So it like, you know. So it gives you those notifications. Okay, first up on the docket, we are going to talk about, I'm going to read you guys something. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen as well. But this literally broke my heart. I think everything today I'm going to talk about broke my heart. Back in 2011, there was an article that came out in the Los Angeles Times. And it had to do with the University of Idaho. And it had to do with a professor and a student. Ernesto. So the guy that you're actually seeing on the screen right now, on the right-hand side of that little pic, that is Ernesto. He was a professor at the University of Idaho. Ernesto, the University of Idaho professor who killed a student before taking his own life this past summer, apparently told the university shortly after he was hired in 2007 that he was suffering from bipolar disorder. The acknowledgement, Ernesto was 31, also said he was taking medication for the disorder. Can be found in previously secret records that the institution is now making public. Okay, so there were secret records. This professor tells the university, hey, I'm suffering from bipolar. There were these secret records. The records also reveal that the assistant professor of psychology had been the subject of previous student complaints about inappropriate relationships with students before the liaison with the psychology student, Katie. So Katie's on the left there. The 22-year-old grad student was shot to death outside her home in Moscow, Idaho, in August after warning university authorities that Ernesto had threatened her with a gun on 3 occasions. Katie had met with a college official about Ernesto's menacing behavior on the very day she was killed. That is what the records show. Carmen Suarez, the director of the university's Office of Human Rights, informed her that Ernesto had resigned, but that she should remain vigilant and contact the police if she had concern for her safety. The university responded immediately and decisively to protect Katie and to remove Ernesto from our community. We communicated and coordinated with Katie and the Moscow Police Department and counseled Katie repeatedly to seek protection and use violence protection resources available to her. We still, however, suffered an unthinkable tragedy, University President Dwayne Nellis said at the news conference. Since Katie's death, every person associated with the university has grappled with this tragedy, he said. We're not over it. We'll never be over it. News organizations in Idaho on Thursday received more than 4,200 pages of documents relating to the university's handling of the case. 4,200 pages, including all email involving Katie and Ernesto since 2010. A summary notes that Ernesto, who was hired in August of 2007, revealed his problems with bipolar disorder almost immediately, but proceeded to get good evaluations from students and supervisors, both of whom credited him for making usually unpopular classes more interesting. The professor showed exemplary levels of productivity and engagement, a December 2009 review reported. He was easily on track for winning tenure at the university, the records say. But not all the reports were positive. In his first fall semester at the university, Ernesto was the target of complaints from 3 or 4 female students about his purported flirtatious behavior and favoritism, according to the university's records. Asked about it, Ernesto told a supervisor the students had, quote-unquote, misunderstood his friendship with another student that was a fellow Hispanic. Katie enrolled in Ernesto's psychology class in August of 2010. And in December, there was a call to the university's ethics and compliance hotline, claiming that Ernesto was having sexual relationships with students and had an abusive and coercive relationship with one student. The university immediately began investigating the claim. The student with whom he was purportedly being abusive to, it was not Katie, denied there had ever been any abuse and declined to file a complaint, according to the university's reports. Catherine Aiken, dean of the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences, mind you, that was one of the 4 murdered students' majors. I believe that was Kaylee's major, which was, that was what she would have gotten her degree in, which would be the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences. And other university officials met with Ernesto 6 days after the hotline call. They told him that if he was having a relationship with a student, it must stop immediately. They also counseled him on the implications of a professor's power and influence over a student. Ernesto denied having any improper relationships. But this spring, because this was written in 2011, but this spring he reported to supervisors that he was having significant withdrawal of symptoms because of changing his medication. A month later in June, Katie filed her initial complaint with the university about Ernesto, who was her faculty advisor. In that complaint, cited by the Moscow Pullman Daily News, Katie said Ernesto had threatened her on 3 occasions with a handgun. Most of my activities at the university are somehow related to him, and I don't want to ruin my academic career, but I cannot take classes of his any longer, nor can I permit this twisted behavior to continue for the sake of myself and other women who will come after me. the complaint said. Police found Ernesto dead in a Moscow hotel room not long after Katie's slaying. He had suffered a self-inflicted shot to the head from one of 6 guns found in the hotel room. Also found were 4 medications used for sleep disorder, anxiety, and bipolar disorder. The university president said that the university is preparing to strengthen its policies against faculty-student relationships, which already prohibit any liaison between students and staff members when a supervisory or academic relationship exists. It is also requiring additional training for faculty members and supervisors on sexual harassment. End of the lovely article. So basically, in a nutshell, guys, this was all pushed under the rug. A student went numerous times to complain about Ernesto. Obviously went to the police department. Obviously went to the school. He's claiming that he has, bipolar disorder. And the same day that she went and did all of that for her complaint, she was murdered. And then there shortly after, he then shot himself in a hotel room, allegedly. So this happened in 2011. It's now 2022. Well, what else has happened at this university? Because they claim that this university is so safe. Everybody's, this is the best place ever. Come on, check it out. Bring your kids here. Let them get involved with the Greek life. There's going to be stuff that happens everywhere, guys. The world, unfortunately, is not a great place. But I think the concern comes in when, universities are willing to cover things up or push things on the rug, however you want to use your language to describe that. If they make a mistake or if they don't act on something and then it backfires. Thank you, Mama Feed. Yeah, hit that smash up, thumbs up button. Go right ahead. So then next up, that I want to bring to your attention, another professor has an issue here with the university. Okay. And this happened this is more recent. Okay, this is a news article from September 18th, 2019. Okay. University of Idaho professor fired months after school declares her safety threat, bans her from the campus. She was a LGBT, huge activist, and a professor. Here we go. A tenured University of Idaho journalism professor has been fired 8 months after school administrators publicized allegations that she used methamphetamine and banned her from the Moscow campus. Denise Bennett is the professor's name, who had taught broadcasting, digital media production, and documentary filmmaking at UI since 2006, vowed to appeal the decision in an email to news outlets and UI officials on Tuesday. She also circulated a September 10th termination letter from UI President Scott Green, spell like the color, Green, Green, who wrote that her behavior around colleagues and profanity-laced criticism of UI's journalism school were unacceptable. Denise Bennett made a YouTube video, okay, which has since been taken off the internet. I tried so hard to get this. I can't get it. I went through loops. I mean, maybe if I could get in touch with Denise and if she wants to give me the copy. But I wanted to see what this video was about. But they were all pissed off that she did some YouTube video to criticize basically the university, okay? And she was just basically exercising her First Amendment rights. But she was also a big, for lack of better words, I felt like it was more of a two people fighting. One was Democratic and one was Republican type of thing. That's just the easiest way to say it. Is this argument or their issues with her were over her personal views in life. So continuing on. She also circulated a September 10th termination letter. I'm sorry, I read that. Quote unquote, this is the president who you guys are seeing speak right now. Okay, he was at the presser for the Idaho 4. I think he's been to every single one of them. He also spoke at the Candlelit Vigil. So this is the same guy. He is quoted by saying, "The berating of staff is not acceptable in the workplace, and your failure to recognize this or participate in anything that's going to be a remedy leaves us no choice but to part ways," Green wrote. Bennett's termination will take effect Saturday, according to Green's letter. In response, she wrote that administrators have failed to address her concerns about grant funding for the university's radio, TV, center, and other campus policies. Concerns she raised in a lengthy, profanity-laced manifesto that prompted the school to place her on paid leave in January. To date, not a single UI administrator has attempted to address my concerns or meet with me face-to-face, Bennett wrote in her email Tuesday. Bennett also was accused of raising her voice at the interim dean on the journalism school. His name is Sean Quinlan, and one other university employee, for raising her voice. After receiving her suspension letter, she was defiant and again criticized administrators and journalism school facility in a live video on YouTube. This is the video I was trying to get. Okay, it was a live video. She went live to talk about the university. And a day later, on January 30th, students staged an event to protest Bennett's suspension. So all the students rallied around this professor. Like, the students were like, had her back. So a day later, on January 30th, students staged an event to protest Bennett's suspension. Meanwhile, the university, at the direction of then President Chuck Staben, used its vandal alert. This is fucking insane, guys. Wait till you hear this. They used its vandal alert, which is an emergency notification system, to send a text message to students, faculty, and staff. This is when, like, if there would be like a school shooter, okay, campus shooter, this vandal alert system is for the purposes of like homeland security types. Like, come on. They put out a mass text message that said the following, in quotes: "Denise Bennett has been barred from Moscow campus." The text said, she admitted recent admittance to police of meth use and access to firearms. If seen on campus, call 911. Wait, what? Okay, so they released this text message. Every student, listen to how dangerous this could have been. Every student receives this message in a text message. It's like an Amber Alert. You know, when your phone goes crazy, it's and you're like, oh my, it like wakes you up. And you're like, oh God. And then you realize it's an Amber Alert, and, you know, you see what town it's in and all those good things. Well, this is kind of like the same thing. And so this whole campus is notified, and it says that Denise Bennett has been barred from the campus. She just recently admitted to the police of meth use and access to firearms. If seen on campus, call 911. Okay? It was an unusual use of the vandal alert system, which was designed to notify the campus of ongoing threats to public safety, such as violent crimes, severe weather events, and the occasional wild animal. Okay? As students who supported Bennett pointed out, the alert also was misleading. The reference to guns and meth came from a month-old police report concerning a verbal dispute between Bennett and her husband that had resulted in no criminal charges. Bennett was in downtown Moscow at the time when the alert was issued, and police have said to this day that she presented no threat. She was just in downtown. The cruel message sent to over 13,000 people each day made headlines nationwide and irreparably destroyed my career, reputation, and way of life, Bennett wrote Tuesday. The calculated alerts were also obviously timed to shut down a student protest of UI administration on my behalf, as well as unfairly characterized me as a drug-aided and addled gun-wielding school teacher, which couldn't be further from the truth, as I have never even fired a gun in my life. President Green's decision to fire Bennett followed an August 26th hearing and a recommendation from a 5-member university committee. She said she intends to appeal the decision through a panel of faculty members. A university spokesman declined to comment Wednesday, saying she could not discuss personal matters. This is insanity, okay? But it is the exact definition of, if you don't think this relates to what's happening today with how the university is going to handle and how they are going about handling all of this, that shows me everything that I will need to know about what's going on in Moscow, Idaho. And I'm going to do my damnedest to try to get Denise Bennett, if she is able to come on and talk about this, because I want to know everything about her situation. I think that you guys can find this. Just Google her name if you would like. Denise Bennett. Again, a huge supporter in the lesbian gay community. She spoke out. She, basically is not part of the good old boys system, and they're going to have a problem with that. But what I'm infuriated by is what the university did with the vandal alert. They completely ruined her reputation and destroyed her career. Absolutely. I would be suing the living crap out of them. But this is the same president, guys, that's there right now. This didn't happen 30 years ago. Okay, this happened, a couple years back. So, yes, and they're going to muddy your waters. This town is going to muddy your waters, okay? If you don't comply and conform, we will ruin you. Thank you there. I was trying to grab that little super chat, then it went down. Hold on one second. Thank you there, Mama Fee. Truth and transparency is awesome. Thanks, Anna, for all you do. No, thank you guys for being here. Trying to get the word out that history repeats itself, behaviors. Everybody's been wondering why. Why is the president of the university speaking at a presser? Why aren't the police? What's going on here? Well, the university runs it, baby. Money, 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 money. So, yeah. Let me take a look at, yep, there, Money Talks. Yep. Jilly Bean, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, too. Depending on what part of the country you're coming in from. Maybe it's afternoon. Good afternoon. I always say good morning. That alert was weird. That alert was inappropriate. I want to know if they used the vandal alert system when the murders happened afterwards to say there's a killer. Did they use the vandal alert to say that there was a killer, possibly killers, possibly a serial killer? Did they use that vandal alert? They have been trying to suppress the story. They want it to disappear. I agree. Yes, Gemini, I know all about Hunter and his story. I talked about that the other night. But I thought that this was very, very important to talk about because, yes, shelter in place. I know that they did that, but did they say why? Were they specific about why they were asking for shelter in place? I would just love to see actually that, if somebody has that text message that was sent, if somebody screenshotted it, I would just love to see exactly what it looks like and things like that. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but to think that this woman, this professor, was basically like, okay, hey, we don't get along. You're trying to be a nuisance. Okay, here, you just go your way. We're going to go our way, type of thing. And I was like, she's like, no, that's not how this is going to be handled. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, yeah, in our policies, you can't do this, this, or this. You know what I'm saying? Like, show her that, okay, well, this is why. But I just think the university took it too far. And to issue a vandal alert, which was a complete lie. So I stand with Denise here. And I think this is just a prime example of how they handle things in Moscow, Idaho. And if they're willing to do this to one of their own faculty members, you know, they're going to do whatever's best for the university, whatever they think is best for the university. How many black people go to the University of Idaho? How many gay people go to the University of Idaho? Is it really diverse there? Because I'm willing to guess that it's not. I am going to be doing a special live about Gregory Johnson. I think that story needs to come out. It has to do with the Sigma Chi fraternity. And I think everybody needs to hear about that story and get a really good, I have photos of this young man's alleged suicide that was not a suicide. His skull was basically bashed in by a fraternity brother, and they hid it and made it look like a suicide. And it was in the Sigma Chi basement. And we're going to bring that to light. This family has been trying. He was the only black kid in the Sig house. This family has been trying for years. Years. Wait till you hear the story. So I'm going to be doing a big live on that. I think everybody needs to know what's really going on here, and we want to talk about why they're being certain ways and what's at stake. You're talking about big money, and you're talking about one of the largest fraternity chapters, organizations. So we're talking about a guy that was 6'2" and allegedly was hanging from a 5'8" tall length beam. He's taller than what he was allegedly hanging from. The story is sad, but it's real. And stuff like this just needs to be out there, and this family should be supported, and the answers, the truth should come to light. So, but yeah. Hi. Hello, everybody that just popped in. Nancy, one of the members of the week, she got a special thanks on that last video. I will be trying to thank like the members in special videos at the end and dedicate them to them. Nancy was one that was in the last one, so Nancy's a sweetheart. She does a lot for the channel lately. She's been buying people memberships. So if you happen to catch a membership and you're like, wait, I didn't buy a membership, chances are it came from Nancy S. So if you find yourself with a new membership, welcome, and 'tis the season to be giving, right, guys? Cheers. Grab some of your Baileys with your coffee, pour it in there, raise your glass. Saturday afternoon with Lana, life is good. I feel the same way, Nancy. Wouldn't be the same without you. But yeah. But this story here with, Boston, love you lots, Lana. Keep up the amazing work. That's my second wife there. She works our 2 jobs so that we can afford our Christmas gifts for one another. Just kidding, guys. Boston's one of the best. You know, I actually named her, so her real name is not Boston, but I named her. And it has stuck ever since. You know, when you give your friends nicknames, Boston has stuck. Like, I don't think that I could ever call her her real name, her government name ever again. But yeah, lots of secrets. I agree over there. Boston just wanted me to say her name. Go park the car in the Harvard Yard, okay? Go park the car in the Harvard Yard. New to channel, second time. Well, welcome there. I saw, where was that at? New to channel. There you go. Sorry, on my end, it comes up, it takes a minute because I don't do mine from the YouTube stream. So when I read my stuff, sorry, it takes a minute. Love you, Alice. And welcome, Deb. New to the channel, second time. My channel is all about, being as factual as we possibly can and then laying out possibilities, but in time, real investigations. Not going to come over here, put a bunch of people on panel and talk about what we did last night. No offense, love you guys all to death, but I'd rather talk about this and then we can just text about what you did last night. But this is a story, the two stories I just had mentioned, these two with Denise and with Katie, two females that really got the raw end of the deal, and I just feel like if you're a minority in any sense of it at this school and with this university, you're a huge outcast. White, money, hardcore Republican, and then down low Democrats with like, oh, hey, well, I give to this charity, so like, look at me. Like, okay, sounds great. You're like, that type of person. But that's kind of what I see. I see that the PR spinning that they do here, phenomenal. Who's ever doing their PR work, they should be getting paid double. The more I think about the whole, oh, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. New here. Lame's new here. Wolf is new here. Go, Nancy. Love it. Look at that puppy. Look at that little thing. Look at that face. White Claws. Wolf, I've never seen you here before. Welcome. I love it. I love seeing new people. You know what? I hate saying I love seeing new names. I gotta say it right. Dragonfly. Nailed it. Lana's channel is what it is called. Truth and Transparency. Yes. Yes. Yes, what are they hiding? What are they hiding? Well, anything that's going to make the university, look bad. That's what they're hiding. Anything that can, make something, So before I want to finish this thought of mine is I look more at this undercover, how they were having like these undercover police, and everybody's talking about, did you hear the scream? Did you hear this on the body cam? You guys, I want to talk about something completely different. I want to talk about the fact that why are they having all these undercover / unmarked cars being, the police with plain clothes. And I thought about it, and I said, hello, to control the reports and the narrative, guys, because guess what? If I'm undercover, Nancy gifted 10 new memberships. Stop it. Stop it. Nancy, you're going to make me stop my train of thought again because, girl, there she is. Let's see some more newbies. Give it up. Nancy, I need to have you on the show. We're going to call it, when they have like Oprah, like, you get a membership and you get a membership. Everybody gets a membership. We're going to have Nancy on the show. Who got one? Muffy Dragon Slayer. Oh, she's still a sub. She told me that I beat my dog and that she wasn't going to be my member anymore, but I think she was just kidding, guys. Nikki, Brooklyn, Rachel, Misty Dawn, Sandy. Oh, look at all these people. Sammy. Ugh, congratulations. Anybody that just snatched up a membership. Aw. From Toronto. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you, Stephen. Toronto. God, I love seeing that everyone's like from the different countries coming together and, being supportive of these families. We got people from all over. Dragonfly, I just saw you last week or so. Unsubscribed from channels, many like 20. They are not true crime. Oh gosh, yes, Nancy. Enjoy all. Very nice. I mean, Ugh. I seen display was horrid. Clean the closet out. Some new fab. Oh, that's great. Well, good for you. Out with the old and in with the new there, Dragonfly. Boston, absolutely. She is. But as I was saying with the police, I was thinking about, okay, wait, why are you so concerned about this underage drinking? Hello, you know what goes on. You know, if that's the case, you shouldn't allow fraternities and sororities to let anybody rush until they're 21, okay? But you have this drinking that's going on, but you're so concerned about just getting this underage drinking and inciting people. But what about every call that's coming in about all the drugs in Moscow? You guys, it's drug heaven up in that campus. For only having 11,000 students, and every other report is about drugs. Okay, bringing canines through to like sniff stuff out. I mean, read that stuff. That's crazy. But what I was thinking about is if you have these undercovers and these quote unquote, you know, this is our task force that does this. It's Operation, you know, terminate underage drinking, whatever it's going to be called. If we get to something before it could be called in, then we're going to have less reports that come into the campus, which is going to make our campus look a lot safer. So we need to put these little undercovers all around, okay, and be driving around. And we're going to then be able to control a narrative of this, you know, people aren't calling in and reporting stuff so that it goes on to the record, you know, through the 911, you know, the call logs and the CAD reports. And because think about how, like, it should be probably 10 times more if you got just these guys walking around and being able to limit that. But we're here, no reason to call. We have it under control. Things like that. So that was my aha moment last night when I said, you know what? All these little things that they're doing with unmarked cars and undercovers, because it ain't that big. That town's 25,000 people. So how many people are on the police force? And then you have these undercover. Who are these people? And then what does a campus security actually consist of? So I'm going to do some more digging into like how they divide all that up. But two stories that I wanted to have out here today, which was, you know, Katie's story with Ernesto, and then my girl Denise. I'm going to do everything I can. If she's not in litigation right now, which I'm sure she is, if she's allowed to talk, I want her on this panel, and I just want her to talk about what her experiences were like, you know, as a professor, and her experiences with the students, and then obviously with the administration. But yeah. So much is going on that isn't covered by media. And you guys, that sometimes the media can't cover things because they make it seem like it's a non-issue. You know, Denise went to the media. Like, if I wanted to go to the media right now about a couple different things, I probably could. Has anyone ever had a Great Lakes Christmas Ale? Has anyone ever had one of those? Great Lakes Christmas Ale? Well, a Great Lakes Christmas Ale, okay, is out of the Cleveland area. Cleveland, Ohio. And these are the hardest things to get your hands on, okay? But I'm telling you, you pour this into a glass and you cinnamon the rim, okay? And it's like obviously like the best drink ever. But you guys, it is so much. You can have like one or two of these and be on your ass. So write that down. Get a Christmas cheer. And it's called Great Lakes Brewing Company Christmas Ale. So put that down there if you're a ale type of person. You guys all need to come to Jersey Shore this summer. Nancy, I'm moving in. I'm moving in, Nancy. Move the dogs over. Coming in hot. I would love to come to the Jersey Shore. Gym, tan, laundry, I'm in. PNW cider is the best. I'll have to try it. I'll write it down. Ohio in the house. Love it. Is it hoppy? It's got a little hot. It's not as hoppy as like, yeah, I mean, it's hoppy. I can't say it's not hoppy. It's hoppy. It's definitely hopping over here. You need the cinnamon sugar on that rim, though. You definitely need that. Yes. That's the only way. It's not like the only way, but if you want the full effect. And then you could probably drink more. Right, Kristen, I'm in. We're going, it would be so much fun for this group to do a meetup. I know, a huge true crime while the waves crash. Story time by the water. Nancy asks only if Snooki is there. Just subscribe from Princeton, New Jersey. Aw. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Heather puts cinnamon sugar on her pumpkin beer. Well, definitely. If you do that, then girl, you're set. You're going to love it. Oh, we have an Ohio transplant here. You live in Cali now for many years? How is that? You know, the only person I know that did that was Halle Berry. Halle Berry's from Bedford, Ohio. And then she sold out and went to Hollywood. Member for 1 month for all you do for others and us home team tribe. Floydie! Floydie! What is up, Xana and Xanadu? New subscriber from Tennessee. Love it, love it. I love to see where all the people are from, though. Oh, Southern. Okay. I do. I think I have like a lot of like people that are actually from the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest. Born and raised in Ohio. Lived in Key West for a little bit, though. I can't say I didn't love it there. I did. The school systems just, you know, weren't going to cut it. Pennsylvania, NYC, no way, okay. Watertown, New York, never been there. Chicago, been there. Is it freezing there right now? Definitely. I'm the only 10 you see. Look at that screen. Massachusetts, okay. Like Boston. Lana, I watched the Deltona video. It was awesome. I need more. Do you know if Lauren Watkins or Laura Watkins? I'll be dropping more of my stuff for the Rachel stuff, yeah. No, they did not. Lauren and Sheldon never had any relations. And that was prematurely stated by his attorney. That has never been confirmed by Sheldon, by the way. Pensacola, okay. Do I think that the audio scream is real? I'll tell you what I think about the audio. They need to go through all of that stuff. If those guys were just walking around all night with those body cams on, you never know what you're going to find. Okay? So that's probably what they did, is they were walking around last night or that night with all the, you know, these guys. And I wonder if those body cams were just running 24/7. And so they're sitting there and they were going through the footage, and that's what they came across the, you know, Elantra. Do I think that the audio, honestly, I don't think that that has anything to do with it. I think that the killing was more towards a little bit later than that. Whose birthday? Oh, it's your birthday, Wolf. Oh my gosh. It's Teddy's birthday. Teddy and Jax have the same birthday, December 18th. I don't know if you guys are from around the Columbus area, but Easton has like a really good display of like lights, the best shopping, and but I want to get a group of my friends together and just go to Easton and go Christmas caroling in front of all the stores. But they're just being such lamies. They say that it's not, you know, they're just too scared. That audio was traumatizing to listen to. Yep, I listened to it this morning, heard the dogs barking, and I think what's interesting is that where's the reaction from the police officers to say, hey, did you just hear that? Where's that coming from? So why isn't there a reaction from the police to say, hey, did you just hear that? You get what I'm saying? Like, if we're hearing it through the audio like that, they're right there. And that's what they're supposed to be there for. So they didn't hear the screams to say something like, hey, did you just hear that? Where's that coming from? You know? Oh, I'm well aware of who Wolf is. I read my text messages. Hi, Lana. It's Kaylee, Margaret, Harry, and LaDonna. We're all here. Our name's Wolf. Special. Muscles and Mascara. I love the name. It's a cool name. Yeah. I would believe that. I would believe that. I don't think that anything. Yeah. Brad Pitt's birthday is also December 18th. Oh, imagine that. What's up, Miss Lee there? We need the police, Barbara says, we need the police to identify who the 5 guys were that entered the house with the police escort. You guys, when I just read that, I was thinking 5 guys, like where you eat. Uh-oh, who just did that? Derek Farmer gifted, oh my gosh, gifted 1 Truth and Transparency membership. Who got it? No chains, no more. Look at that. No chains, no more. You just got a membership. And that was from Derek. Aw. Thank you, Derek. No, there she goes. Look at, now she's green. No chains, no more. Now you got to stay. Now you remember, man. Again, thank you there, Derek Farmer. Awesome. I know, right? When I read that, I was like, oh, man, I'm going to talk about 5 guys. We're jumping around from beer to food to memberships to true crime. It's Saturday morning, man. Anything goes around here, I guess. Again, welcome. Do you think that law enforcement have anything to hide? I mean, yeah, I think that their history is to hide things. But more importantly, I think the university has the most. People have said to me, well, Lana, they want this solved more than anybody because this is a really bad look for the university. They want it solved, but at what it costs. What's going to come about it? If it's going to take down their whole Greek system, that's what makes all their money. So the university is what drives that town. The university is making tons of money. And it, when I say it's making tons of money for the town, it's because all the businesses that are there, you take away that university, okay? You take away all your small businesses. The university makes that town, period. So, home team all day. Yes. A good burger sounds good about right now. Yeah. So speaking about food, though, I'll tell you this. Something I brought up yesterday. I want you guys to ponder it and think about it. I was told, and I did some digging, that the car actually behind Ethan's was his sister's brand new Ford. I think that's the new Ford Explorer. But they're starting to make them more round. But so if that's the case, guys, then, you know, where's Bethany's car and where's Dylan's car? I know that people were saying they didn't think that Dylan had a car because in the video they were always saying she's asking for a ride. Well, let me explain what that truly means when asking for a ride. So when I was in college, we always asked for rides because we didn't want to walk. So your friend would drop you off, and then like obviously they drive back to the house where they have the parking, because you can't drive your own car because you can't park over there unless you try to take a handicap spot or unless you're going to park where it's required to have a parking pass. But if you try to do any of those 2 things, then you're going to get popped with a ticket, have a boot on your car. So when you're being asked for like a ride, it doesn't mean that she doesn't have a car. It just means that, so, I mean, there's multiple meanings that could be with that. But I know we always asked each other for rides because we got up late, and it's like my walk to the damn CCM building was 15 to 20 minutes, and I have 5 minutes to get there. Well, I could make it if somebody dropped me off. But in college, come on, guys, they don't take attendance. I could go in, I don't even have to go to class. Okay? So, shit, my freshman year, I missed way more classes than I went to. I went, got the syllabus, did my thing. But then I was like, you meet more people when you're in class. And then when you're walking between it. But I played 2 sports, though, too. So I swear we had tutors always on the road. Felt like I was never in class because of that. Yeah, especially when you're on 8. So I don't have too much stock in that whole video. But I think it should be talked about. Where were these 2 roommates' vehicles? Because they should have been in that lot. Why would you park on the street? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So I wanted to come out that, did they have vehicles? Can we just get that? Can we just find that information out? Did they have vehicles? And if they did, where were they? Because they were there that night, allegedly. 100%, Nancy, these families will be missing their loved ones, their kids, their siblings. It's happened around the holidays. Their holidays will never be the same again. And just the thought about that is just so devastating. Because the holidays are supposed to be... the holidays are supposed to be for like family and fun and memories and love, laughter. And it's just, I just hope that they can find a way to whatever they need to take from this to spin it in their way, that they can still find that. Yep, no way. Truth and transparent. I played 2 sports in college too. Yep, sure did. Golf and basketball. What a combo. Oh, yep. I did play NCAA. Yep, I went to the University of Cincinnati. Plays college ice hockey. Yes. That's awesome. She must be a badass. Good for her. Take down those boys. Throw some bows. She probably grew up playing with the guys. Yes, the Bearcats. Basketball and softball. It's a good mix. The thing is that if you go back and you listen to the media reports, even with law enforcement, they said that the surviving roommates' cars were towed, as well as the victims' cars. So, and that would be used as evidence. Will you be covering the statements made about the bullying? I'm sure I try to cover everything that I think is newsworthy or want to bring the attention to, but yeah, definitely bullying shouldn't be going on, so I'll definitely take a peek at that. Thank you. I think that they had that cop car out there because I think that they were running a camera the whole time, by the way. That cop vehicle had like that dash cam, and I think that was running the whole time. But if you guys have kids that are going to be going to college, if you have kids that are in college, please, it's not that expensive. Get the Ring camera. Get some type of security system like that. It's really not that expensive. And when you think about it, in the whole, grand scheme of things, it's so minimal in price. But the university, for these fraternities and sororities not to have cameras, my kid would not be in one if there's no cameras. That's like saying, like all these buildings should have cameras and security. I mean, especially think about all the schools that have gone under attack with a kid coming in and deciding that he wants to unload, semi-automatics and automatics into students. So for this university to say that they don't have these cameras and CCTV, like there should be tons of footage. It's just crazy. I'll say it, but I'm not going to make this this is not political, but I'm going to say this. How many mass shootings, school shootings, have we ever seen that take place in the ghetto? That take place in like an all-black school? Well, maybe because they have metal detectors and mass security, that school shootings aren't happening in places like that. But yeah, go take a look. None, zero, exactly, zero, none, exactly. How many times do you guys go to a basketball game, whether it's the NCAA game or whether it's an NBA game, or you go to, baseball game? You got to go, through metal detectors to go watch your favorite athlete. You got to go, there's cops, right? But we can't do that for our kids, for our schools. Get out of here, man. But yeah, like I said, I always like to keep these lives now around, right around an hour. What are you drinking? Sounds good. Oh, it's so good. I'm drinking, I told you guys earlier, the Christmas Ale Great Lakes Cheer. Cheers. Here, cling it so I can have a cling. Do a little cling with me. Ready? Wait, no. Like this. You gotta hold here. And cling. There you go. That's a good cling. I'm so particular about my clings.
I didn't know there was a difference in clings.
There's totally a different in clings.
Let's figure this out.
Let's see. So you gotta hit up higher. Here you go.
Let's go low and see what that does.
Okay. Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. And then
Okay, now let's go
high one. Okay. And then in the middle. Yeah. It's like we're playing the thimble, or is that what? No.
Let's do it on the paper.
Cymbals.
Do the paper versus glass.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that one.
Ew. Okay, let's do glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glass. It matters. It's glass.
So, yeah, everyone does my cheering wrong. Clink, clank, clink. Yep, but check out, you can read more up on these stories. Denise Bennett, and then this is Ernesto and Katie. It's Katie spelled Katy. Katy, and then it's, as soon as you put Ernesto in, University of Idaho, you're going to have the story. But in the meantime, before I do that, Gregory Live, which I'm leaning towards a Sunday early evening, and doing like a little prime time with that after the football. Go Browns. But that story definitely needs to come to light, and his family deserves the truth, and these fraternities that think that they can just bury things. It's super ridiculous, and I'm just gonna do everything I can to bring it to light. You know you're making it when people have to come in and show you with the best adult sites. So, all right, guys. Well, you guys have the best Saturday. We only have a couple more Saturdays before Christmas.
Oh, Midge just...
Oh, Midge? Where's Midge?
Midge just did this.
Midge gifted 5 memberships.
You're great, Midge. We love you.
Kristen. Is that who just got one? Kristen got one. Kimberly's Memories.
Xtina got
Xtina. Donna. And Betty Spaghetti. Heck yeah, Betty Spaghetti. My favorite name right there. Midge. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that to sub mode. I think from here on I'm going to have to head on sub mode. But yes, best name, Betty's. Oh, see, look at right there. She's here and she got it. Woohoo! Aww, Midge, we love you. Love this channel. You're all welcome. Merry Christmas, Midge. Oh my gosh, yay! Look at Xtina's here. Yay, I got a membership. Thank you, Midge. Haha, I used to be called Gidget in the Midget in high school. Xtina Marie, hi, newbie with me. See, look at that. New sub from Paris, from France. Pockets full of stones. Nice name. All right, guys. Well, you guys stay rockin', stay awesome. Go enjoy your families, go enjoy your friends. But please read more on these 2 stories. And then if you want to have a fresher for what I'm going to be talking about on Sunday night, which is tomorrow night, it is going to be my live about Mr. Gregory Johnson Jr. He was a Sigma Chi fraternity brother, and he allegedly, they said that he committed suicide and that he was hanging from the basement of the Sig House, but he was hanging from a pole that was only 5 feet 8 inches off the ground, and then he was 6'2". Okay, so he's 6'2", he's hanging from a pole that's between 5'8", 5'10", in that area, and his skull was bashed in from the back with brain matter coming out. And I have some triggering photos. I am going to share them tomorrow, so please beware. But I want you guys to see exactly what this fraternity hid. And it was the San Jose State University campus. But guess what? These chapters and these fraternities and these organizations, they all work together. Okay? They have competitions with each other to see who's the better chapter with this, that, and the other. I mean, they all work together. It's like saying McDonald's. You know, it's like a chain. Okay? And Gregory was a black young male. And so we're going to talk about that on Sunday night, which is tomorrow night, guys. I'm going to have that a little earlier so that people from around the country can, tune in so it's not that late for them. Because when I do later lives, it's, in the middle of the night for people that are, my UK folks. So love you all. Please enjoy your rest of your weekend. And Amy loves Louie. Amy loves Louie. Well, so do I. Lana loves Amy and Louie. Fantastic work, Lana. Thank you. Love the channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, have a great Saturday chat. Great company. You guys rock. Take care. Until next time. Gregory Johnson Jr. was his name. Yep. Say his name. And last but not least, thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you, Boston, Bumblebee, VA Scorpio, Maple Beef, and Bella. You guys rock. Oh, yeah, you guys can tip your... Oh, wait, is that him? And please tip your pizza driver. If you order Chinese or pizza in the next couple of days, make sure you guys tip them. Yep, Mary, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing all of you guys. Until next time. Here's a little bit of work on my some stuff out of Aliquippa I want to play.
This is a preview file. For example use only.
Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Beaver County. Home to the Quips. Football legends Mike Ditka, Ty
This
Law.
is a preview file. For example use only.
Darrell Revis. Also home to corruption, crime, unsolved homicides, drugs.
This is a preview file. For example use only.
And betrayal. 9,000 people ask themselves daily, what are the secrets of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania? Sunset Secrets Season 3. Rachel Del Tondo, Unsolved Homicide. Sheldon Jeter Jr. Framed. Tyreek Pugh. Jamie Brown. Wrongfully convicted. Officer James Nime. Are all of these related in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania? Join me, Season 3, Sunset Secrets.